Yeah, the witness is to swear by the Holy Quran. Can you hold the Holy Quran and then repeat after me?
Okay.
I, Assan
Jallow,
do swear that
do swear
I'll speak the truth,
I'll speak the truth,
the whole truth,
and
nothing but the truth.
nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
Good morning.
Morning.
Mr. Jallow.
Good morning.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
Counsel, we will proceed.
Mr. Jallow, please state your full name.
My name is Assan Jallow,
What is your address, sir?
Banjul.
What is your educational background?
I stop at HND level and also CIA, that's what I did.
What are your qualifications?
The qualification is I went to high school. From high school, I proceeded doing my course to finance accounting, and then of course
Which course in financial accounting?
banking and finance.
So, Mr. Jallow, when we say qualification, you need to tell us the institute and the qualification
Yes,
itself.
I'll come to that as well. I'll come to that as well. It's Stafford College of Management. That's where I did my diploma, HNC and HND.
In what?
In banking and finance.
Okay, that's all?
No, I later proceeded to A&E Financial Training Center, where I pursue my CIA for the Chartered Institute of Internal Auditor course, level 1.
All right. Mr. Jallow, we
Yes.
have a statement that was obtained from you on the 12th of December 2024. You recall this?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Please go to the statement. We have an additional statement
Yes,
as well.
yes,
The date for your statement is the 6th of October 2023.
yes,
The actual statement is the 12th of December 2024. Is that correct?
yes,
Do you confirm that's your statement?
yes, indeed.
We apply to tender the statement, an additional statement of the witness,
Yeah,
Assan Jallow, into evidence as an exhibit.
The 6th of October 2023 and the additional witness statement dated the 12th of December 2024. These two statements are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/BAC/AAJ/001.
Ask the commission, please.
B.C.C.
Now,
And let me take the exhibit reference again. The statement dated the 6th of October 2023 and the additional witness statement dated the 12th of December 2024. These two statements are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/BCC/AAJ/001 instead of BAC.
ask the commission, please. Now, do you have your employment letter with Banjul Area Council? Banjul City Council?
sorry?
You have your employment letter.
Yeah, I do have my employment letter.
Were you confirmed?
Yes,
Can I please see your employment letter and your confirmation letter if you have it?
the original.
we have your appointment letter to the
Yeah.
position of Internal Audit Officer.
Yeah.
The date is 2nd of January 2019. Were you confirmed?
Well, this is how they give you letters when you are appointed by the council.
Do you know what a confirmation is?
Confirmation. That is
Yes.
after when you have been appointed, there should be a confirmation when you run for a period of time.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have that?
No, this is the one they give people.
This is your appointment. Were
Yes.
you ever confirmed?
Well, that one, I think was the director of administration who was supposed to write it.
Were you confirmed? It's a yes.
They did not
no.
give it to me yet.
Exactly.
Yes.
We apply to tender the appointment letter, appointing the witness Assan Jallow to the position of Internal Audit Officer into evidence as an exhibit.
A letter dated the 2nd of January 2019, addressed to Assan A. Jallow, with the subject of appointment as Internal Audit Officer. The letter is signed by the CEO, and it is copied to the Lord Mayor, B.C.C, Admin Manager, B.C.C, Acting Director of Finance, B.C.C, Audit Manager, B.C.C. This letter is admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/BCC/AAJ/002.
As the commission places. Mr. Jallow, you were appointed as an Internal Audit Officer.
Yes.
How were you appointed?
Well, I applied through the council that I want to be an internal auditor. Prior to that, I have been working with other financial institutions prior to coming to B.C.C.
And these are?
I work for FIC Financial Investment Gambia. I work for FIG. I work for Reliance Financial Services.
In what capacity?
As a senior supervisor and training supervisor in Reliance. Then it's after I opted to apply to BCC in 2017. In
2019?
No, 2017, the first one went to 2017, and I later write again in 2018. Yes.
Okay. And then, how were you appointed? After you wrote your letter, did they call you for an interview?
Yes, I was interviewed by Bacheli.
By Bachele,
Bacheli, yeah.
the CEO at the time.
The CEO at the time, yeah.
You've known Bachele before?
Bacheli, I only met him at council.
Have you known Bachele before?
Yes,
Your employment?
yes.
How do you know Bachele?
We all live in Banjul.
All of you live in Banjul. You
Yes.
live in Banjul. Where in Banjul?
I live in Long Street.
And where does Bachele live?
Bacheli, at the time, he was at Hagan Street, where their compound is Hagan.
So you have a prior relationship with Bachele before your employment?
Not about the employment.
You've known Bachele before you were employed?
Yes, because what happened is my wife came from that compound where Bacheli took his wife.
Okay.
So this is how I knew Bacheli.
Okay.
Because we all have wife from the same compound.
All right.
Yes.
Now, when there was, how do you know about this opening? He told you there's an opening?
Sorry?
He informed you there's an opening for this position.
No, he did not.
How did you know that?
I just applied. I was applying randomly, so I was called.
By Bachelet?
Yes.
Okay. And he, after giving you an interview,
Of
he
course.
employed you?
Of course.
Okay. Now, as internal audit officer,
Yes.
how do you understand your role? What are your core functions?
Well, our core functions are very clear because as an internal auditor, our functions are to provide independent assessment, objective assessment of the institutional financial statements in relation to accuracy and compliance. That will also review the internal auditor, internal controls designed by the internal management to ensure that are compliance and also free from material misstatement. These are one of the core functions that we have in ensuring also there is adequate transparency in terms of the work that we do. There are efficiency and effectiveness in the dispensation of the roles and responsibilities that we have as an internal auditor.
Jallow, did you memorize that?
Do I?
Memorize that part?
No, I learned it, not to memorize it.
You learned all this?
Yes.
Okay. How many of you in your department, in your unit?
I remember at the time we were 3 people. You have the then acting director of internal audit, Mr. Ablai Jekor.
Come again, the name?
Mr. Ablai Jekor, the then acting, yes, the then acting director of internal audit.
From what period to what period?
Because when I came in 2018, he was the manager before he was elevated to the position of acting director. In 2018 to 2022-3, I think that's where he stopped.
Wait a minute, you came in 2018?
2018, yes.
Your appointment letter says 2019.
No, what happened is, I said I applied in 2018. In 2018 also, I told you I repeated when I applied again.
Yeah.
So, and then I was called. But in 2018, I met him as the manager.
You worked in 2018 in council?
2019.
No, wait a minute. You said, when
Yes.
I came in 2018.
That was an oversight anyway, in 2019, sorry.
I just have to have it for the record.
Yeah, for oversight, sorry. In 2019, when I met him there, he was the acting manager.
No, let's have it for the record. You were not employed in 2018.
In 2019, that's what is in my letter.
Did you work in council in 2018 in any capacity?
In 2018, I could fully remember. I think so. I think so in 2018.
No, Mr. Jallow.
Yes.
We need to be factual.
Yes.
We need to be honest.
Yes.
If you had worked in council in 2018, you will know.
Yeah, that you are right.
Okay. So did you work in council in 2018?
2018. No, it's 2019, I presume, 2019.
You have your statement?
Yeah, the statement there, what I wrote is, I have seen it, because I put there 2018. Yes. And that's what I'm saying, that was an oversight that I put.
No, it cannot be an oversight.
Yes.
These are two different things altogether. You working there as an employee would be probably be different from someone who is either working there as a volunteer or probably you are a probation period.
What brought that?
Now in 2018 you said you are on probation for 1
yes,
year.
Yes, that's
and you see me out, and you were then appointed by Bachelet.
Yes, you are right.
In 2019.
Yes.
So you must have been there in 2018
Yes.
working for council before you were finally employed.
Yeah, that's what happened. This is why I'm just saying it's in 2019, because at the 2018 they said I have to run on a probation period of 1 year.
Good.
So this is why I did not include it there, because they did not give me the appointment on that date. They post-dated to 2019.
How much were you paid in 2018?
Unless I refer to the pay slip here.
Okay, but you are paid.
All the pay slips are here.
You have your pay slip.
Yes, I
Can you
think
please
so.
refer to your pay slip?
2018, they were just giving me tokens, so they were not giving me enough money because they said I'm running a profession. That's what Bachil said.
You need to know how much.
I don't think I have that one here because all the others I have is from 2019 to date.
How are you paid in 2018? Is it cash payment or bank?
2018, I don't think. I don't think because I went to Bachili to ask him about this because if you run for a period of time, you need to be paid.
Yes.
So he said they'll prepare. So finally what I did was I forgot about it. That's what I did.
In 2018, you were receiving remuneration.
Enumeration, yes.
You were receiving financial remuneration.
Yeah.
You don't just say it that way.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Indeed.
How were you remunerated? How were you given money? Whether it is an allowance or a salary, how was it given to you?
That one, no, not through bank. That one, it was Rohim Malik Law, the mayor.
Yes.
Who was giving me money. I think it was $4,000.
Every month?
Every month, she was giving me that.
Cash?
Cash. She was the one who was giving me $4,000.
Cash?
Cash.
Every month? Apart from this?
Nothing
the
else.
CEO was not giving you any amount?
Nothing.
You don't have any transfers in your account?
Nothing.
How many accounts do you have?
I have only one account.
And what is the account?
That one, always I check with FIB.
You bank with FIB?
FIB,
now
yes.
Vista Bank?
Vista Bank, yes.
Okay, we want you to provide your account statement from 2018 to date.
No problem.
Can you do that?
No problem.
Okay. Now you were in Kazul for 1 year.
Yes.
On probation.
Mm-hmm.
And you had $4,000 as far as you can recall.
Yeah.
It was paid in cash. Right? Yes. Now, you have an acting director?
Yes, let me just complete this scale because you asked me about how many we were there.
Okay.
So it was then Abla Jekor, the then acting director of internal audit.
Right.
And Maimuna Sise, an audit officer as well.
Okay.
And myself.
Now, Mr. Jekor, Abla Jekor.
Yes.
Does he still work for council?
Yes, still.
And he is now the current director?
He is not the current director. They brought somebody. In fact, I want to elaborate more on that because there were acting positions at the time.
Yes.
So what they did was they went and advertised for the position of the director and that of the procurement unit.
Yes.
So they left all the others position vacant because at the time there was a acting director of administration was on acting capacity.
Right.
You go to license, was on acting capacity. License. The manager there, still.
Yes.
And you go to rates. Acting. You go to cost recovery.
Yes.
Acting. The cleansing service at the time, there was the manager at the cleansing service, but after the demise of the cleansing service, they did not appoint anybody. So all what they were doing, they were contracting it out to people.
Okay.
Yes.
So now they advertise the position of director of internal audit and procurement.
Procurement, yes.
And you think that is probably not fair?
It's not.
Okay, why?
Because if you are running in an acting capacity, the law says after 6 months, it should be advertised or you are confirmed.
Yes.
Which they failed to do. And of course, there was a problem surrounding this thing.
Okay.
That was the reason, because we were not in their suit. This is why they advertised the position of the director of internal audit at the time.
We are not in?
Because we don't do what they want.
Who wants?
The management.
Who is the management? It may not be everybody. Who in the management?
Bachili and the co.
Bachili employed you.
Yeah, of course, but then Bachil does not own the institution. The institution is owned by the state.
No, but in your capacity, he owns the institution, he employed you.
But he cannot ask for something that is not legal, we abide by that.
Okay, can you elaborate more on that?
Yes, we will come to that.
Go ahead.
Yes, because they wanted us to do something in relation to what they want.
That's Bachili.
That's Bachili.
And who else?
And of course, the acting director of administration.
Director of admin.
Admin, yes. And no, acting, still we don't have director of admin.
Okay, who else?
Acting.
What's the name?
Yusfa Jallow.
And who else?
Yes.
Who else?
These were the people.
How about the mayors?
Well, we'll come to that as well. We will come to that as well, because I just want to give you an insight of these people.
Yes.
Yes, because this has trickling down effect, in fact, to my side,
Right.
because they went further to say they will transfer me to the cleansing service,
Right.
in relation to, because I am not doing what they want. I said I will not. Yeah, so they have been writing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They copied the ministry, yeah, to say they will transfer me because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. I said I will not do what you are doing, because what you are doing is not in line with the ethics.
What is that the administration was doing that wasn't in line with ethics?
They will apply for something that is not in line, that is in terms of disbursement. In terms of disbursement, because as auditors, we examined, and then scrutinize and evaluate documents whether they are in line for us to append our signature for payment.
Yes.
Now, if that is not the case, we will not. Because what we do will advise this month is not to be paid, because it's not in line, it's not in the interest of the institution. So it will bring a hatred. And since 2018 to date, this is what we are facing. Very serious things, and then we have the evidence here to show you.
Okay.
So that you can also have where you will tap on.
All right. What
Yes.
evidence you have?
Well, I have some evidence here in relation to the transfer, but let me take you back to where I stopped in relation to the advertisement of the internal audit position,
Yes.
where they left the orders.
Okay.
So they did that, they employ an auditor
Right.
by the name Sawane.
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 Okay. Sana.
Sana Sawane.
Please proceed. Sana Sawane was subsequently employed as the...
Director of internal audit.
Go ahead.
So when he came, because we have been writing reports in relation to the payment that they were doing,
Right.
payment without authorizations, payment that are doubtful payments, payments that they were not in line. There are so many payments that were disbursement that they are not good. So we wrote a report in relation to that.
Yes.
But when Sawane came, he expunged certain things out of it. He took loans and PS, incorporated to the report that what they sent. So when they sent this thing, that was the reason why we were all interdicted. I will come to that thing. We are all interdicted because they said I took a loan and PS that were not paid. So I said prior to doing this thing, this was a simple thing.
What is PS?
Part salary.
Part salary.
Yeah, it stands for part salary.
Okay.
And in other words, they call it advances.
Advanced salary.
Advance salary.
So it is not in full, it is just part
Yes.
of the salary.
Yes. So what management did was, when the national audit flagged this, management also took their responsibility by putting an embargo to ensure anybody who was taking this thing, you will not take until you complete.
Right.
So that was there before Sawane coming in. So when Sawane came on board, he did not consult anybody. He did not consult anybody. So after the investigation and the findings of the external auditors, they wrote a draft to council, but management failed to respond to the draft. They were writing to council, they failed to respond until I think 3 times they finalized the report. So when they finalized the report, we were never called for consultation as why this thing was happening, because the purpose of the draft was for people to be called that were queried, so that management also can look at it to see whether these people who are queried is true or is not true, to provide evidence so that they can be expunged before the report is being finalized.
Yes.
But it has never been done. Was never been done.
This is the external audit report.
Prior to the external audit report, there was a draft. You know, they sent a draft prior to the final report. So when the draft came, the draft was with someone. He held the draft, he did not give it to anybody, and he did not call anybody. People like me were never consulted in relation to the loans and advances. And then,
in relation to the findings against you.
Sorry?
In relation to the findings against you.
Yes, in relation to the findings against you on loans and advances, because they said I did not pay.
Right.
When I paid everything. I have the evidence with me. So it's later we were notified to go to the fraud squad for further investigation. So we went to the fraud squad. I also tendered all my evidence against the loans that were featured by the external auditors. They said unpaid, unsettled loans. That's how they put it on settled loans. But I also tendered the exhibit to show that there was nothing hiding, everything was paid.
What kind of exhibit is that?
The paying slips.
The paying slips?
The paying slips.
To show your deductions?
Yes, for the period under review, 2021 to 2022, that's what they highlighted, was never paid. So I have it also here. Then I asked the Director of Governance, I said, what was the reason of my interdiction? I just want to know. If it is the audit report, he said, yes, the audit report. I said, how is the audit report? Because if you look at the audit report, I have never been adversely mentioned financially in relation to the fraud that has been mentioned in the external audit report. There were 5 people mentioned. 5 people mentioned. That was the recommendation by the external auditors.
Yes.
I told you why this thing was not been...
and these 5 are?
These 5 are is Rohim Malik Law is part of them?
The mayors.
The mayors, yes.
Okay.
You have Mustafa Bachili.
Okay.
You have Mamadou Kamara, the then Director of Finance.
Mamadou what?
Mamadou Kamara.
Konate.
Kamara.
Kamara.
Yes.
Go ahead.
You have Mustafa Abisar.
Mustafa?
Abisar.
Abisar.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And Mohamed Cham, the then finance manager.
All right.
These were the 5 people that they recommended should be dealt with.
Yes.
So I don't know how comes the mayor was excluded in this thing, because if you are found worthy or wanted, you have to be part of what the law says.
But maybe they can't interdict the mayor, maybe for other reasons. Maybe the mayor is elected, but let's just move on. So now, you believe that the administration was going after you people, some of you people, let's just say in your case, because you have had several findings, the reports that were written at your level as internal auditor in relation to the administration.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you have, how many reports have you generated by your unit or your department?
Well, in
2018?
No, in 20, because the problem was they refused to buy me even a laptop. From that time to date, they refused to buy me a laptop.
From what time to date?
From 2019 to date.
You've never had a laptop?
I've never had a laptop, so I struggle to get the reports.
So you don't have a report?
Of course I do, because I go and borrow a laptop to get this thing so that I can get what I want.
Okay.
So I was doing it back and forth, back and forth. I was able to have a report for 2021 and 2022 as a draft is here in relation to the monies that they were taking.
As a draft?
Sorry?
You mean as a draft?
You know, we prepare a draft and send it to management to respond.
I know.
They refuse to do that. So I hold it for reference purpose. No. The other one also is here.
Okay, fine. Let's just see the draft first before I ask my next question.
This one is here. We check against it. You will see this is draft also. This is the general orders.
But Mr. You don't have a cover note. You don't have, this is not complete to show the first page. There are pages that are missing.
Because it's long time.
You did not sign this as well?
That was the reason why I'm telling you this, because I was doing this thing because I need to get this thing. Yeah.
Doing this thing, but you need to get this. I don't understand what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is we have to be on track, because these monies we are just going out like that. If you look at it, you see where impresses also are, and other expenditures, you know, that are not even in line.
But who prepared this document?
I prepared.
Okay. You should have.
The other one I prepared. You understand? The other one we jointly did it together with the acting director of internal audit,
Yes.
Mr. Jacob.
Yes.
Yes.
But you have to sign it. Do you have it in your email? Did you send this via email to?
No, I do not. I do not. I just have it in the laptop.
But you must have sent it to the administration. You said they did not reply to the findings.
You know what had is where when we normally prepare this, we will print it out and we will send it for them.
I know.
You understand? They will not respond to it.
Yes.
And we will make a follow-up, they will not respond to it. So finally what you do is you just keep it, and then you keep it in your custody. Because you never write to them, they reply to you. You never write anything that they reply to you.
Okay. But do you have a soft copy of this?
I will check against my database to see more of these things so that I can bring it further. If I think so, it will be with the director of, Mr. Kaur, I presume.
So these are two different reports.
Yes, 2021 and 2020, if you check. You have to open it. When you open it, you will see.
That's why it is difficult.
Yeah.
You understand that? We apply to tender two draft internal audit reports as presented by the witness. The first is for 2020. And the second is for the period 2021. Into evidence as an exhibit.
So council, in the same period.
Yeah, so we wait until the commissioners
Okay.
examine the document. Then we can ask you questions on that as well.
Mr. Jallow,
Yes, ma.
you said these are the draft audit reports for 2020-2021.
Not all.
No, let me finish.
Okay, all right.
You said these are the draft reports that you forwarded to the administration, correct?
Yeah.
The draft audit reports presented by the witness, for which he had said he has forwarded to the administration, which cover the period 2020 and 2021, are hereby admitted in evidence as exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/BCC/AAJ/003.
As the commission places. Yes, you wanted to say something?
Yes. There's another one here. This one is about the same thing that I was just trying to highlight, about 300,000. That was been...
300,000 what?
300,000.
What? Dallases?
Dallases. 300,000 Dallases been disbursed as an impress given to the mayoress, and it was unretired. Side of compliance at the time, so I have to also hold this thing because they just put few names here and then give each, I don't know, 2,000. This was in relation to the Banyu rehabilitation project of that magnitude of funds. So I could not sit and see this thing happening. So
300,000 was given to the mayor?
It's here as an exhibit.
Yes, I just want to know. I just want to get the evidence out.
Yeah.
So 300,000 was given to the mayor?
Yes.
By way of imprest?
Yes. This thing was signed by Bachili at the time with Mr. Cham, who was the then finance manager.
Finance manager?
Yeah.
Was there no finance director at the time?
You know, he was acting at the time. This was in 2019.
That's Mr. Cham?
Mr. Cham, in 2019.
All right. May I please see it? Did this payment pass through audit?
It did not. This is why I hold it, because they did what they wanted. So these are taxpayers' money. I will not hold the money to go like that. Because I got this thing through the post audit, because at the pre-stage.
Can you please hold on? You have to wait, and they ask you questions,
Okay.
and you explain.
Okay, thank you.
And you will be given the opportunity if you want to elaborate on any issue.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right?
Okay.
Thank you.
We applied to tender a sundry voucher signed by the Director of Finance and the CEO. And the amount is $300,000 by way of imprest to the mayoress, Rohim Malik Low. The date is 13th of February 2019. The mayoress' name is stated in the voucher. The position of the receiver that does the mayoress, the amount, $100,000, and a signature against the name of the mayoress. Into evidence as an exhibit. And attached to the voucher, we have payments allegedly made to certain individuals or groups, totaling $22,000. The first is payments made to Highway Jolly Banjul. What's that? It's a group?
Well, it's best known to them. We just hold it because we know it was not in line.
The name of the receiver is Mohamed Ture, $2,000. We have Lai Samba Zimba. The name of the receiver is Keba Sise, $2,000. We have Ding Ding, Jallow. Lamin Mane received $2,000. Sahir Mai, Sheikh Sahir Job received $2,000. Banjul Cultural Group. Is it Midon Jai? Received $2,000. Gunshot. Lamin Jame received $2,000. Tabanan Village, Bubakar Mas, $2,000. Sangmari, Ramatullah Njai, received $2,000. Bundung Association, well, I don't know the second name, received $2,000. We have Rainbow National, Sheriff Jallow, received $2,000, and Nemasu Jack Society, Farumata Damfa, received $2,000. It says, being payment of honorarium to the above named cultural groups for performing during the launching of the rehabilitation of Banjul sewage roads and drainage systems project on Saturday, 16th of February 2019. That is the balance we have, $22,000. That is total. We apply to have admitted evidence and marked accordingly.
A payment voucher dated the 13th of February 2019 with the payee's name, Rohi Malik Low, Mayoress, and the amount is 300,000. And attached to this payment voucher is the list of people that have been paid honorarium to the above named cultural, which is the cultural groups that took part in the launching of the rehabilitation of Banjul sewage roads and drainage system project on Saturday, 16 February 2019. And for this voucher, it is dated 16 February 2019. These two documents are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/BCC/AAJ/004.
As the commission places. Yes, Mr. Jallow?
Yes, from this point of view, I was on the red books.
Right.
Whatever I applied for, they deny me access, ranging from my education, because when I completed my CIA, bachelor was written to officially by the lead consultant, because I started doing the exams here, but because of the poor internet connectivity, they cannot run the software here. So there was advice from the lead consultant to Bachili that I have to go to the CIA center in Ghana to do the exams. So when he was written to, I took the letter to him. I said, I've completed the course. Now this is what is supposed to be done. He said, okay, no problem. I said, can I apply? He said, you can apply. So I applied. I gave him the application. He said, okay, till further notice. So I went back to him. I said, but time is running out. He said, when I get back to him, he said, there is no money. I said, it's not possible there is no money because this is the peak period at the peak period.
Of revenue collection.
Of the revenue collections. So it's not possible. Do you understand? So they started twisting me here and there, here and there, here and there, until I could not go for the exams.
So you never did the exam?
I never did the exam, but I completed the course. I never did the exams. And then this thing was paid by the state because they paid almost close to 50,000 for the module. Because it's 47,000 some 100, I think. I have the evidence here.
What do you mean by the state? Who paid for it?
The council.
Okay.
The council who paid the money. So I realized
paid
that
for your
the CIA course.
CIA cost. Is it part payment?
No, the full one.
The full amount?
Full one for the, it's three folds. You have the CIA 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
So this is just one. When I completed and I was going for level 2, they brought this problem. And then in fact, because I need to take the exams.
What does CIA stand for?
The Charter Institute of Internal Auditors, or you might call it a Certified Internal Auditor course.
All right.
So they refused to pay for it. So also that one also I have it. So I realized there was no value for money. After paying this thing, going through that course, until I completed, I could not have the certificate. So it's a professional dishonesty. I count it. Abuse of office.
No, that's not abuse of office.
Of course.
But
Of course, because he's using his powers over me.
Okay, all right.
He was using, that's how I see it. He's using his powers over me.
Okay.
Because there's a vote for training for councils to train and educate their people.
You believe there was no genuine reason as to why you should have been refused the opportunity to do the exams?
Council. There was no genuine reason for rejecting this.
So what was the reason?
The reason what I'm telling you is I'm just trying to tell you, show you the reasons. Yeah. Because I don't do what they want. So once I'm not doing that, I'm not part of them.
Okay. Now, in the beginning, I had asked you.
Yes.
What have you been? What request did you receive from the management that you believe wasn't in line, and then it was rejected?
I mentioned to you my school.
Your school?
School is part of it.
No, I'm talking about council's activities. The management or the CEO or the finance director requesting to make a certain payment, for instance, and the internal audit unit?
No, to tell you the fact, the director of finance at the time, Kamara, he made it very clear that he cannot work without the internal audit. He made that thing very clear.
No, that's not the question.
Yes, what is the question?
Is,
yes.
As an internal audit officer working in the internal unit.
Yes.
3 of you at the time.
Yes.
What are the requests that were made? Requests that were made or sent to you, your office, that was really torn down, and then probably because of that they see you people as enemies of.
Well, there are many. If you look at the draft, you see it's been captured. Yeah, those are in relation to payments that they want for us to effect it, and it is not in line.
But do you have key? We'll give you back the draft. Will you be able to highlight one or two instances where?
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed. Sorry, Council, let me just look. The other one was in relation to the Rafaela. Rafaela, yes?
You have findings against Rafaela.
Sorry?
I said you've had findings against
Rafaela as well, yes. This is why.
What is Rafaela?
Well, Rafaela, I think, is a non-partisan brought by the mayor at the council, because it's a non-partisan organization that was brought by mayor to the council, but I don't know what is the ultimate objective of this project. But what do I know is council was spending monies on the secretariat. You understand?
Of
So,
Raffaella?
yes, of the Raffaella secretariat,
Okay.
which
Go ahead.
which we highlighted was wrong. Was wrong because
Go ahead.
we should not spend monies outside the jurisdiction of council functions.
So payments were made to Raffaella.
The secretariat, there were payments secretariat and payments also were effected. I know if the then director, if he's around, he'll able to give you an insight of what was happening.
Which director is that?
Core at the time. You know, at the time he was the director of internal audit. This is 2019, since 2019.
Yes, you said he still works for council.
He still works for council.
Okay.
The Raffaella, or you want me to give you the names of those people?
Yes, if you have it.
Yeah, of course they are here. Sorry, they are here.
Yes.
You have Aisatunjai.
What page is that?
Sorry?
Which page is that? The page. Do you have a number for the page?
This is 20, I presume 23, page 23.
Yes, report. Is it 2020 or 2021?
.2020 report.
Okay. Please proceed.
You have Aisatu Njai, head of coordinator.
Of Raffaella.
Raffaella. That's the secretariat core.
Okay, they were each paid.
Of
money.
course they were paid.
But what was the payment for? Do you know?
Well, this is why we also flag this thing, because the reason why council were paying this money, we want to know.
Okay.
We want for them to give us justification.
Okay.
And what was the component of Raffaella and what is Raffaella for?
Okay.
So this is where the problem started.
Very well.
Yeah, so this is why we also flag it and put it in our report.
Okay.
Because we have been going back and forth. But the problem here is the CEO was giving them the green light because he was the one signing for them.
Okay.
So signing for them does not mean we should effect payment. They can sign at their end, but for us, we will make the we will revise it to see what is right and what is not right.
Very well.
So this is what was happening.
Okay. Now go through the list, the names and the amounts that were paid to them. If you have the period that it was paid as well.
Yes, you have Aisha Runjai.
Yes.
The head of coordinator was paid 10,500 at the time.
Okay.
You have Musukeba Cham,
Yes.
who was also paid 9,950.
Okay.
You have Ndai Fatima Jame,
Yes.
also was paid 9,950.
Please proceed.
And last not the least, but Ibu Drame, who absconded to the US.
How do you know he absconded to the US?
I will come to that light. He was also paid 3,150.
Yes.
Yes. So these were the people who are running the secretariat
Of Raffaella.
of Raffaella.
And this only one payment you have seen, but then you have said there were multiple payments made.
You will see them when the director also comes around.
Okay.
Core.
Very well. Now, for some of these reasons, but then Raffaella has a connection with the mayors. Do you know about this?
Well, that at the level of the mayor, not at the level of the council, because if you want to run a transparency route of communication, you might be able to engage stakeholders in relation to what you are going for, because this is a project worthy for council
Now
to
I'm asking
benefit.
you whether you know Rafaela has a connection with the mayors
Of course they have connection. I think he is the president of Rafaela.
of Rafaela.
Yes.
Okay. Now, and there are payments made to Rafaela on a timely basis as far as you're concerned, and there are no justifications for those payments.
Council, I may refer you to our statement of expenditure. If you go by that, you will also see for yourself. The proof shall justify what I'm saying.
Your financial statements
Yes,
from 2018 to
you will see. From
Today.
2019 to date,
From
you will see.
2019.
Yeah.
Now, how many reports have you generated at the level of the internal audit unit?
You know, for me, when I came, I met Mr. Kaur at the time
Yes.
as the manager.
Yes.
Yeah, so he has been preparing reports. When I came also, we were working together as a team to ensure we reach consensus, that is to apply the best practice of the internal core, that's the practice of auditing, to ensure there are compliance in relation to...
So there are other reports apart from these two?
There are. In fact, abundantly. We have them.
And for these two, there were no comments from the management for the findings that you have in these two reports?
Any letter you write to them
They don't
to
respond.
tell you a sort, they will never respond to you.
Why did you not finalize this report? Because if you have a draft and it's sent to management, and you must give them a period. Do you have the communications that you have sent to management, let's say the letter?
That one, I think, must be with the acting director of internal audit, Mr. Kaur, because
Mr. Kaur.
most of the reports is with him.
Now, do you send this to council as well?
Yes, we send it, because as auditors, we are answerable to general council.
Yes.
And then copies to the local government accounts committee.
Do you know whether council will react to this report?
Well, not up to my knowledge, because what do we know is to write and engage them, that this is what we have seen, and this is our observation, but we cannot force them to act.
Right.
So this is what we have to do.
Are there any other issues that you want to discuss with us regarding how the CEO, the mayoress, if she's involved, the finance director, were administering the payment structure of council? For instance, every payment, like you said, should pass through internal audit.
Yes.
Was that done?
When Kamara came in, he said, as the director of finance,
Which year?
I think Kamara came, is it in 2022 to be precise, because
Yes.
I may not want to lie. He said he will not work without the internal audit,
Right.
because he want to make sure there is transparency in the dispensations of council funds.
So payments were passed through
They are passing through internal audit for verification.
for verification.
But others will not, for some reason best known to them.
What are the others you're referring to?
Sorry?
What are the others you are referring to?
Well,
Other payments?
payment like the one I saw you here, around, there are amounts that they just pay like
So
that without coming to the internal audit.
Not all payments pass through internal
No,
audit.
not all payments pass through internal audit. This is why if you look at the draft, you will see payment that does not pass through the internal audit, payment that they are not verified, and doubtful payment of what they dispose. Those are things that we also highlighted, and then we put it in the report.
Now, for your overdrafts or for your advance payment,
Yeah.
what is the legality of an advance payment or part payment?
Well, the legality in relation to the advances that you take, when you
Yes.
take 4,000, for example, at the end of the month, it should be debited.
No, but what justifies any staff having an advance payment of salary?
I think it's in the law.
No, but I want to know.
It's in the law. I just forgot this.
You are the auditors. You want to help us?
Yes, because giving advances and loans, these are instruments that
Go ahead, please.
these are instruments that the staff have in council. Other than that, you don't have anything.
No, I understand.
Yes.
I understand about loans. Do you have a loan scheme in council? Do you have loan policy, for instance, to,
There were no loan policy in council. In fact, I'm coming to that. There were no loan policy in council.
okay?
You will obtain a loan. In fact, still me, I'm paying a loan. So that's what doubts me. Still, I'm paying a loan. And I stopped taking PS and loan 2 years ago.
But the amounts can probably be so huge amounts that you have to pay it over a period of time, maybe.
No, sir, council. You see, when you are in the accounts department,
Yes,
and we don't have a system database
yes,
that will show you your debit and credit.
yes,
And then in fact, there was no general ledger for them. You know the general ledgers?
Yes.
Where all the financial transaction is being recorded.
right.
And of course, it also serves as a financial data system.
Yes.
You know, and if you don't have that, how can you extract or create a debtors control account?
So they don't have a debtors control account.
You don't have the debtors control account because that debtors control account is otherwise known accounts receivable.
Yes.
So this account receivable, this control account is a summary to the general ledger that will help you to track.
But if you have taken a loan, if you have a loan,
Yeah.
you will know that you have a loan.
No, I'm coming. That general ledger that summary is a summary to the general ledger.
Yes.
That will help you to track all amounts that were owed to the business.
Correct.
So if the system
Yes.
was not created, how will you know the assets and the liabilities? Because you have one system method.
Yes.
It's only receiving the money, but it's not showing the debit side.
So your position is, without the necessary books of accounts,
Yes.
the proper accounting system being administered and followed, there is no way you can track how many people have liabilities with council,
Yes.
how much it is, and
Yes.
how it is supposed to be paid.
Council, if you go to
Is
the
that your analysis?
that's my analysis. If you go to the bank,
Yeah.
for example, you obtain a loan,
Yes.
and of course in the loan form,
Right.
they will tell you we're going to deduct you this,
Yes.
and it will be programmed in the system.
Right.
So once the month ends,
Yes.
the system will debit it automatically.
Absolutely.
So it runs down to show you the resistance balance method. But council, we don't have that because you don't have the prerequisite knowledge of people
Okay.
that you are putting there to run the finance
I
department.
agree. And that's the fault of the finance department. and
It's the
CEO.
fault of the administration itself.
I agree.
It's their lapses.
No, I agree, 100%.
Yes.
But again, you an expert in finance.
Yes,
You know these lapses are
Yes.
there in council.
yes,
And you know they cannot track
Yes.
people if they have taken a loan because they don't have a system in place.
yes.
Why did you apply for a loan then?
You know the problem with council, like I told you here, if the tune at the top
Yes,
is headless,
yes.
you cannot do anything. And institutions, of
No,
course,
that's not my question.
of course,
No, that's...
of course,
Do you understand my question?
council, I do.
What do you think I have asked? You're not a layperson. You're an expert in finance.
Yes,
You have in fact, you're an auditor.
yes,
You have your qualifications
yes,
along those lines. You've studied to be certified as a chartered auditor. Is
Yeah.
that not the case?
Yes.
You, going by paper, you are very qualified. Do you agree with that?
I do.
Good. You know there's a lapse in the system,
Yes,
that they don't have the necessary accounting system
yes,
to monitor the liabilities of council.
yes,
So if you have 10 staffs who take loans of, let's say, the value of which is probably $1 million, the council may struggle to even recover that because they don't even have a effective system in place to have the analysis, the records, and the debit procedure to have all these things in council to recover the amounts. That's what you have said.
yes,
Now, you know this and you applied for a loan,
yes,
knowing fully well you may not also pay the full loan, the full amount because of the system they have.
yes,
Do you not think as an auditor,
yes,
primarily taxed with the responsibility of safeguarding council's funds, you should not probably have applied for loan advances and salaries?
yes, I will come to that. Can I come?
Yes.
Yes, the reason why I applied for this thing, because I was taking these monies to help myself in terms of my education because
Yes.
they failed to help me, they failed to pay for me.
Yes.
So I opted for a loan
Yes.
to do that. At the time, there was this man who was the Ibu Drame.
Yes.
Like I told, he absconded to the United States.
Yes.
Yeah. He was the one who was controlling the database at the time.
Right.
So things was going very well.
Right.
But since...
But they don't have a database. Which database was he controlling?
Of course, Ibu Drame was having that because Ibu went with the laptop. The laptop where all the system was. Ibu took that with him to the US.
Okay. All right.
So the one they put there doesn't know about the principle of finance. So it will be a problem. So what I did was, I did not formalize or formally make a written paper, but I engaged the director of finance.
How many times have you taken a loan from council?
I think the loan I took that I paid was, is it three, and then I paid them. I cannot remember of it because I was taking 15. The other one I take, was it 20? The other one is 25. That's the one that they interdicted me for. So
You paid all the...
I
all
got
this?
everything here.
Can we
All
please
the
see?
payment vouchers are here.
Mr. Jallow,
Yes?
can we please see the payment vouchers?
Yes. This is from 2021 to 2024 in bundle.
These are your pay slips from 2021 to 2024.
2024, yes. January to December.
Yes. We applied to tender the paper slips for the witness from the period 2021 to 2024. The purpose of admitting this is to establish the deductions that were made towards the loans that were contracted. Do you have your application for the loans and the amounts?
You know, normally when you apply, you give it to them. They hold it. Yeah, this is why I asked the director of finance.
And when they pay this loan, they pay you in your account?
They don't.
Is it in cash?
No, they give you check.
Check.
They give you sometime check.
Okay.
Yeah, you go and withdraw it.
All right.
That's how it goes.
So please, when you go back,
Yes.
you just go through your records to see the banks that you have withdrawn and the amounts you have withdrawn towards your application for the loan.
Okay. Sorry, Council.
Yes.
Let him not forget about the one he brought to me here. The report
Yes.
is there with me.
Okay.
Yes.
We will take it from you.
Mr. Jallow, these are pay slips covering the period 1st January 2021 to 2024.
Yes.
All right. We will admit pay slips covering the period 1st January 2021 to January 31st, 2023. That is the scope of our mandate.
Okay.
We will have the rest returned to you.
Okay.
The pay slips for the witness, Mr. Assan A. Jallow, covering the period 1st January 2021 to 31st of January 2023 are hereby admitted in evidence as exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/BCC/AAJ/005.
As the Commission places. Chair, I believe the witness is saying that the repayment of the loan is the reason why he sought to tender the pay-in slips to show the deductions.
Okay.
Up to 2024, you were being deducted?
Yes, the reason why I tendered everything is to make some clarification in relation to their claims,
Yes.
that this thing has not been paid. Now, for them, they are saying loans were not paid.
No, I understand that. I
Yes.
just want to make sure
Yeah.
the Commission gets what you are saying.
Yeah.
I am asking, the pay-in slip will have all the deductions.
Indeed.
And from 2018
Yes.
to 2019?
I have the summary here. If I open it, I paid almost 161,000.
No, Mr. Jallow,
Yeah.
were you still being deducted for the advances or the loans all the way to 2024?
Everything.
That's what I'm asking. I don't want your evidence to be excluded, so I just want,
Yeah.
want the Commission to understand.
Yes, Council, that is noted. I will admit the remainder of the pay slips
Okay, thank you, madam.
covering the 31st of January 2023 to the to December 2024.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson.
These additional pay slips are admitted in evidence as exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/BCC/AJ/006.
As the Commission, please. Now, Mr. Jallow, what is the period that you have to pay when you have a loan advance?
The period.
Yes.
There was no period simply because there was no loan policy in relation to the application he or she does.
Okay. So how long have you been paying? Sometimes a year?
Since 2021, these people are deducting me still.
How many times have you had an loan advance? Sorry, salary advance.
No, salary advance, sometime I used to take $4,000. $4,000. That's what I used to take, $4,000. That is to support myself because I don't have anything in council. Nothing.
Now, the law requires that you have to pay within 6 months. Within 6 months for salary advances.
Yes.
Within 6 months.
Within 6 months.
Yes. You've known this before, no?
Of course I was paying because every month you take, the end of month you will pay. So that's how it was going.
All right. No, I'm just asking you. It's primarily for the responsibility of the CEO.
Yes.
And the finance director.
Yeah.
But as an internal auditor, you have a responsibility because for all payments, you must make sure that they are also in line. And for the loan that you apply for, what kind of loan? Because the loans, if you go to chapter 8 of the financial manual, page 55, it talks about loans. So council can, of course, grant those. You have building loan, car loan, you have personal loans. So where do you fall?
Well, I applied for personal loan. It's personal that I applied.
In 2019, you've had a loan?
To tell you the truth, it's personal loan. Because
personal loan?
Yes, personal loan.
When was your first loan that you were given?
I cannot recall because it's not. I have never taken loan that is about 30,000 plus.
No, not the amount. Were you given a loan in 2019?
2019. I cannot recall unless I check the bank statement.
Okay.
Yes, that one so that I can able to extract all the.
Did you have a guarantor?
Guarantor.
Yes.
In council, of course, because when you apply the loan,
yes,
there will be somebody who will sign for you to be a witness to the loan that you are taking.
Now, you must have a guarantor for all the loans. How many times have you had a loan?
Well, I think 1, 2, I paid them. The third one, Ibo left. That one was all the loans.
How many times? Is it 3 times?
I think 3 times I got a loan.
Okay, all right. Are there questions for this witness?
Mr. Jallow, going by your pay slips,
yes,
Is it correct that you were receiving less than the 40% that is required by law to have as your take-home salary?
Sometimes I take $400 home. They will cut it more than the 50%.
No, but that doesn't, is not the issue. Just answer the question. The question is,
Yes,
if you take home $400,
yes.
it is your choice. Is that correct?
It's not my choice.
It's your choice, Mr. Jallow, because you took the loans, you took all the loans at the time.
Yes.
Is that not correct?
Not at the time.
So what do you mean?
The loan I
What
took,
does the financial manual of the council say when you take advances? How long do you have to pay for it? And if you take a building loan, how long do you have to service that building loan?
I have never opted for building loan.
What loans did you take?
Personal.
Just personal loans?
Yes, I think it was it
What is
20.
the cumulative amount that you took?
I think it was 20,000, 15. This is how I was taking this thing to help myself. Because at the time,
What is the time intervals that you take? What is the duration?
I remember.
Within a year, for example, let's take that as a scenario.
I
Within a year-
remember that.
Let me finish
Yes.
the question. Within a year, how many loans do you take?
I remember.
No, within a year, how
Within a
many
year.
loans do you normally take? Personal or 1/6? How many loans put together?
I think sometime it will. I don't want to lie, but is it sometime 2-3 times
Within a year.
within a year?
So, and you do know that, cumulatively they will be deducting for each loan you have taken.
Yes,
And that will have an impact on your take-home pay,
indeed.
right?
Yes,
So, yeah, would I be correct to say it's a choice?
indeed.
Thank you. Yes, Council, you may proceed.
That's all for this witness. We will invite the witness to bring us evidence regarding the number of times he had taken loan from council as well.
Now, Mr. Jallow,
Yes.
we will want to have your statements, your bank statements.
Okay.
Please note that.
I've noted
And
here.
please provide for us all the audit reports you have.
No, that one is in the custody of the Director of Internal Audit, Lycor, who is, I know very shortly he'll be here with you people. Cor.
He has all the internal
Yes,
reports.
because when we prepare, we gave him as the Director. That one, he is the one, I know he must have given you all those ones.
All right, so we will call you back, Mr. Jallow,
Yes.
to make clarification on so many issues that you've made mention of in your evidence. So for today, you are discharged, Mr. Jallow. We will let you know when you are to come back. All right? Thank you. Council, is that all for?
That's all. for the witness. We have another witness that does not speak English. He speaks Wolof. And we have been informed that there are no interpreters today.
We will stand adjourned till tomorrow, and we'll continue at 10. We may rise.